Welcome to another mindfulness moment with My Wholehearted Therapy. Today we're going to be doing progressive muscle relaxation, and this is a great tool for reducing anxiety and stress, and it even helps with insomnia if you have trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. So, again, we want to cover why mindfulness matters. Why do we do this? And mindfulness, especially this progressive muscle relaxation exercise, is intended to help us to slow down our body, to slow down our mind, and to be here in this present moment right now. So I want you to settle into a comfortable position, and I want you to make sure that your arms, your neck, your legs are all fully supported by the surface beneath you. So if you need to get a pillow to put behind your head if you're sitting, or if you need to put something underneath your knees if your legs are uncomfortable. We want you to be to where you can fully just relax and feel supported. You don't have to hold any part of your body up. I'll give you just a minute to do that. Okay, so as we prepare to do this, we're going to be tensing muscle groups and then releasing the tension. And so when we're tensing those muscles, we want to be careful to only tense about 75 to 80% of our capacity. We don't want to do a full 100% of our ability to squeeze our muscles. And this tension should not cause you any pain. If you notice that it's causing you pain, go ahead and release that and stop the exercise. Okay, and then just revisiting again, breathing for mindfulness. We want to make sure that we take a nice full inhale, and then we want to make sure that our exhale is nice and long. We want those exhales to be full. We want them to be like we're blowing a nice big long bubble. So we want to hear it, and we want it to be longer than our inhale was so that our brain and our body get the message that we're ready to relax. Okay, so now having that in mind, we want to go ahead and take 3 mindful breaths. And as you breathe, I want you to imagine the tension in your body already beginning to flow away with each exhale. So let's go ahead and take a nice inhale and a nice long exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. Good. I want you to go ahead and close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so. If you'd rather keep them open, go ahead and just make sure that they're comfortably looking at the floor in front of you or just not straining. And let's begin. So, to begin, we're going to go ahead and just clench our fists, make a nice tight fist, about 75-80% of what you can hold. And we're going to hold that tension in our hands, feeling that tension, noticing what sensations you feel. And go ahead and release it. Releasing all of the tension, feeling that relaxation start to come in. Good. And we're going to shift our attention to our biceps, and we're going to go ahead and tighten our biceps by bringing our forearms up towards our shoulders, and go ahead and kind of flex with both your arms, just holding that muscle in a flex position, holding the tension, noticing where it's coming from, and releasing. Go ahead and let those arms nice relax. Feel that tension just leaving your arms. Good. And now we're going to shift our focus to our triceps. We're going to tense those muscles on the underside of your upper arm by extending your arms out straight, kind of locking your elbow in place, holding that tension. Good. Just noticing what sensations you're feeling. And releasing, letting all of that tension just flow away as you take a nice breath in and a nice exhale. Good. Now we're going to shift our attention to our forehead. And we're going to tighten the muscles in our forehead by raising our eyebrows as far as you can. And just hold that tension in your forehead. Good. Try not to use other muscles around your neck, your shoulders, your arms that we've already released. Good. And releasing. Good. Imagine your forehead muscles just becoming nice and smooth as they relax. Now we're going to shift our focus down to our eyes. We're going to clench our eyelids nice and tight. Hold it. Good. Hold that tension. Feel it. Excellent. And release it. Good. Feel that tension just melt away. Good. Imagine sensations of deep relaxation spreading all around your eyes and your forehead and down your arms. Good. And shifting our focus to our jaw. We're going to tighten our jaw by opening our mouth so widely that we stretch the muscles around the hinges of our jaw. Remember, this shouldn't cause you any pain, so if you're feeling pain, go ahead and close your jaw just a little bit. Go ahead and tense that. Hold that tension. Notice what you're feeling, where you're feeling it. And releasing. Go ahead and let your lips part and just allow your jaw to stay loose. And we're going to shift our focus to tighten the muscles in the back of our neck by pulling our head way back, as if you're going to touch your head to your back. And be careful with your neck muscle. We don't want to cause anybody to have an injury. So we only want to tense the muscles in our neck, just pressing our head back, almost like you're pressing it into the headrest of a car. Good. And hold that tension. And releasing. Good. Since this area is often a place where we hold tension, it's awful tight. So let's go ahead and do that one twice. So we're going to go ahead and again tense that neck by pressing our head backwards. Remembering not to do it so far that we feel any pain. Good. And just hold that tension, noticing what you're feeling. And releasing. Oh, let that just melt away. Good. Take a nice deep inhale. A good mindful exhale. Let's do that again. Inhale. And exhale. Let's just notice the weight of our head as it sinks into the surface it's resting on. We're going to go ahead and shift our focus to our shoulders. We're going to tense those shoulders by raising them up as if you were going to try and touch your shoulders to your ears. Just hold that tension. Good. Notice what you're feeling. Where are those sensations coming from? And releasing. Let those shoulders come back down. We're going to tighten the muscles around our shoulder blades by pushing our shoulder blades back as if we're trying to almost touch them together. Just hold the tension in your shoulder blades, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Hold it. Noticing the sensations you feel in your back, maybe even in your front of your shoulders, maybe down your arms. And release it. Just let those muscles totally be at ease. Good. And since this is another area where we tend to hold our tension, we're going to go ahead and repeat that one twice too. So let's go ahead and tense those muscles, squeezing those shoulder blades right back together, holding them, and just noticing what our body's feeling. A nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, just imagine all of that stress leaving as you release the tension. Feeling totally at ease in your shoulders. We're going to shift our focus to our chest. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. We're going to hold it to the count of 10. You go ahead and count at your pace. Inhale. And when you're ready, go ahead and release slowly. Just imagine any excess tension in your chest is flowing away with your exhale. Good. And now we're going to shift our focus to our stomach muscles. We're going to just suck our stomach in and just hold it nice and tight. Just notice that tension. Good. You're doing great. And release it. And just imagine this wave of relaxation spreading throughout your abdomen. Good. Let's shift our focus to our lower back. We're going to go ahead and arch our back up. Just stretch that spine and hold it. Noticing the tension that you feel. Good. And releasing. Next, we're going to move our attention down to our buttocks. We're going to go ahead and just squeeze them together. Squeeze those cheeks together. Hold it. Hold it. What are you noticing? Where is the tension? Where's it coming from? Good. And then as you're releasing, imagine those muscles in your hips just going totally loose, free from all of that tension. Good. And then shifting your focus to the muscles in your thighs all the way down to your knees. You've probably gotten tight in your hips along with your thighs since those thigh muscles are attached there at the pelvis. So we're going to go ahead and squeeze our hips and our thighs together. Good. And just hold it. Kind of pressing those knees inward. Good. And I want you to imagine your thigh muscles just smoothing out and relaxing completely as you release the tension in your thighs and your hips. Good. And then shifting your focus to your calf muscles. We're going to tighten our calf muscles by pulling our toes up toward you, flex carefully so that you don't find yourself getting any cramps. Good. Just flex those toes upwards and hold the tension. Good. Just notice the sensations that you're feeling. And releasing. Good. Now just tighten your feet. We're going to tense those feet by curling our toes downward. Good. And then hold that tension. This can give you a nice stretch down the front of your shin as well. Good. And releasing. Now just imagine a wave of relaxation slowly spreading throughout your body, starting at your head and gradually going through every single muscle group all the way down to your toes, completely relaxed. Take a nice breath in and exhale. One more time, in and exhale. Wonderful. As you're laying there, feeling totally relaxed, just take a moment to reflect on how you feel. What do you notice? What's different than when we started the exercise? I'm so grateful that you're here for this mindfulness exercise, and I want to remind you that mindfulness is a practice, and the results are best seen when we practice often. I recommend that you try this exercise at least once a day. If you can do it twice a day, that's even better, but at least once a day for a minimum of 2 weeks to see what you notice in your own um, day, in your sleep habits, or in your experiences with anxiety and stress. And I hope that you'll join us again for another mindfulness moment with My Wholehearted Therapy.